Alright, hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast in Game 1 in a best of 3 matchup, which promises to be interesting. This is MYM versus XLord, Game 1 taking place here on Tal'Darim Altar, and by looking at the overall standings, pretty much at this stage in the game, Evil Geniuses has gone, I believe, 2-0, so has Mouse Sports. So Mouse Sports and EG are going to be battling out in week 3, but Fnatic and MYM both have a chance at getting back into this if they're able to take a very commanding victory over the other team. So we have now Fnatic spawning as the blue Terran player here at the 2 o'clock position. Meanwhile, we have XLord spawning as the red Zerg here on Tal'Darim Altar. Tal'Darim Altar, one of those larger maps, meaning that I do not expect to see any bunker pressure or marine pressure, just because the map is so large and the walking distances takes so long to get into your opponent's base. We see that this is going to be 11 racks waiting for the SCV there. So an 11 racks now coming in before an SCV is going to be built, and a very early drone will be able to put pressure onto this SCV, and that is going to be problems for Fenix. Fenix going to have to work very hard to make sure that that SCV does not get destroyed, as 2 SCVs now come over. XLord now just no longer dealing with that one SCV, deciding instead to come over here as this drone still wanders around. Now, I do not see a refinery just quite yet, so we may have a second barracks, and yes, it is going to be a second racks, so it is going to be double marine pressure as the SCV currently looks for his opponent. He does know that it is relatively close spawns just because of the timing on this drone, and by having this drone come out, this drone may actually end up doing more harm than good by revealing where his opponent is, as XLord now has a hatchery down over here, and we are getting a spawning pool, so drones will need to come off the mineral line in order to fend off against Fenix's double marine rush here on Tal'Darim Altar, something that I would not normally expect. Normally you see a lot of Hellion play, Blue Flame Hellions, but this time around, with early marine pressure, perhaps he'll be able to get that pressure down and then force a lot of Zerglings to be produced instead of drones, and then XLord will not have the economic lead that he is looking for. Triple Marines now out, or double Marines now out with one SCV as well, as an SCV still wandering around over here. It looks like that one SCV has taken a fair amount of damage already, down to 30 hit points, but a bunker could be placed here in just a matter of seconds, as we are now getting 2 SCVs, 1 Marine. The SCVs should probably repair each other like they always like to do, and then a Marine will be coming in over here as well. So 2 Marines, a bunker already down. The drones need to do something, perhaps waiting for the Zerglings, as the Zerglings are about to hatch. We already have a couple drones coming in over here, and now the very, very lower hit point drone being forced to pull back, and it looks like no drones have been taken down yet. So very nice micro. Finally, 1 been taken down, 2's been taken down, but the damage has not been dealt to that bunker. The Zerglings now trying to come in as well. We have 4 Marines, and if the Marines are able to get inside that bunker, that's going to be very bad news, and they're able to get inside that bunker, and this is just the worst possible scenario, as those Marines are able to pop in and out. The SCVs should probably start repairing each one another, as the Marines need to jump in. There you go, finally jumping in, and now 2 additional Marines coming back in once again. The Marines are able to actually shoot at the hatchery, so I'm not quite sure why Fenix is deciding to pull them out. Wanting to get that spine crawler before that spine crawler is able to finish, and now the Marines being forced to pull back once again, jumping inside that bunker, and now once again re-engaging. So the SCVs trying to get more damage. Marines in the behind as well. I'm getting a lot of damage there as the Marines jumping back in, and you can see double barracks pressure now working out fairly well. That spine crawler needs to uproot and figure out the perfect range, and I think right there is the perfect range. It does take 12 seconds to root, so those Marines are going to have a very small window of opportunity to try to attack and take down that spine crawler, as that spine crawler is now slashing away at the Marines. You can see jumping in back and forth, and now the bunker is just shooting at that hatchery instead, as the SCV is now constantly repairing. Is it able to repair fast enough? I do not believe so, but a second SCV coming in just in time, as 2 SCVs are going to be better than 1 and will be able to hold it off. Zerglings need to come over very, very quickly, as that bunker is slowly regenerating hit points, and the hatchery is almost destroyed. He cannot let this hatchery go down, otherwise this bunker will be successful. And the hatchery down to 120 hit points, and now in come the Zerglings. Zerglings now trying to come in. Marines also coming in from behind as well. A lot of those Zerglings are going to get taken down. One SCV able to barely escape as the bunker down to 80 hit points there, and a transfusion onto the hatchery, giving it a little bit more life. And is it going to be enough as the Marines are popping out and then jumping back in at just the last moment? And that Queen giving a transfusion and still unable to keep it alive, and XLord is in a bit of trouble now as the Marines are trying to run away. The Broodlings getting their revenge on one of those Marines, but still not enough. This bunker here will stay for quite some time. Zerglings will be forced to try to run around the map as the Marines are now trying to give chase over here, but there is now a full wall here over by Fenix, so we are going to have one full bunker. The Zerglings trying to make their way by, and they will be able to squeeze by there as the Marines and need to wait for this wall to lift up, or no, there's going to be a small passageway in the back. Perhaps a supply depot is going to be put down there to finish off the wall, and there you go. 4 Marines in a very, very nice defensive position, and those Zerglings pretty much do not stand a chance. That bunker may be salvaged, probably not unless the Zerglings start to attack it, as now the Marines looking for a new target. Zerglings now trying to move around, as this is going to be a problem. XLord does not have any Zerglings in production. He has a lot of larvae, but not training Zerglings. And that is a very, very curious matter there, as he does have the larva nearby, but just forgetting to train up additional units and losing some of those Zerglings once more. This bunker should be salvaged, but no longer going to be able to salvage it in time. Fenix, I guess he doesn't want those 75 minerals after all. Taking a look at the overall status of the game, Fenix, with a 30-19 drone advantage, also has 2 mules in place. Those mules definitely going to help out, giving an even stronger and stronger Marine presence, as we are getting a lot of, what is this, barracks? I guess this one barracks could have been able to put down a reactor here or another tech lab, but with a bunker here, Fenix has to be fairly confident about his chances. You can see the economic difference: 200 resources a minute. Does it say, no, that's army. Okay, resources 700 versus 1460. Yeah, a little bit of a brain fart there, as we are now going into a starport, and it is going to be it is going to be medevac and Marines coming out of there. We are getting the stim pack first, so the stim pack about half or 1/3 of the way done, but still has more than 90 seconds to go at this stage, a minute and a half, but that will allow for the training of 2 sets of medevacs, if there is enough gas allowance. Banelings are in the future, as a banelings nest now being built, and now a lot of drones over here. So full saturation by XLord. XLord 27 drones versus 40 SCVs. Does have another hatchery over here as he tries to claw his way back in, but I do not believe Fenix is going to allow, or is going to let his advantage go to waste. We are going to be getting Marines making their way out there. No new additional medevacs. That is a bit of a surprise, as the medevacs would definitely add the 2 additional medevacs would definitely help out and able to pick up those Marines and then drop them back off, especially against those Banelings. 14 Zerglings are in production. That means 14 Banelings are not too far behind. The Baneling army can easily melt apart this army, but it looks like it's going to be a 2-pronged medevac drop. We're not quite sure why this medevac is deciding to fly all the way back home. And now I'm making sure to not be revealed by any of those overlords. There is a small window right here where he can try to slip through, and it may actually go down that route. Yes, the medevac slipping straight through, avoiding the 2 overlords there, as there's now a ground force coming in. The Marines going to be pushing in towards the south. There are Banelings here, as the medevacs dropping over here. The overlord does not spot them, and that is going to be the perfect timing for Fenix. Fenix now making their way, could easily stim in and now put some pressure into the poor drones over here, as he puts in pressure over here as well, trying to pull away, baiting the units. And there's the GG, as XLord realizing that he has lost even more workers there. And it was really the total workers killed and the loss of that very early hatchery that really made the difference there. You can see the harvester count, 49 compared to 37. Even if the Banelings found their target, which they probably would not, as they are very, very far away, the medevac can pick up 8 of these 13 Marines and save them. Over here, these Marines are just going to have their way with the rest of these drones, and there's not much that XLord could really do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for Game 2 in this best of 3 matchup, as what was that? As Phoenix takes games 1. Thanks for watching.